Hello Targ, our friends. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for another Orc Mode workout, and today was Dynamic Effort Squat and Deadlift Day. Went better than last time. We cut the percentages back to the first week of the wave, and it was actually surprisingly easy. Now, I haven't seen the footage yet. I'll be looking at the footage as I voice over for the first time on at least those lifts. So, yeah, definitely easier, and I can tell I have a squat PR in there. This is actually lighter than I need it to be, and I could tell once I really got the sets going, but that's okay. We're going to have a good squat PR this week, I feel like. We'll see it coming up on Tuesday. Going to prepare for it. Not prepare for it psychologically, but meaning I'll eat a little more carbs and stuff the last day or two leading into it just to make sure I get that good PR, because again, my food's been down a few days a little bit. Again, trying to slowly lose body fat while gaining muscle and performance, which is, again, tricky balancing act for an advanced lifter. But we're going to get a very, very solid squat PR. I already feel it. I know it based upon all my supplemental work. But speed days are always tough. The speed work wasn't that hard. My good mornings were harder. Speed work wasn't too bad, even though I'm running a ton of band tension there. It's, again, 33% of my max. And we're only counting, I'm counting the max as my last box squat sans the chains. So that's where I've been calculating from. But to be fair, I couldn't even handle the third week of the wave on this very, very aggressive wave. People need to remember this is the most aggressive dynamic effort programming that Westside has come out with. This is the one that I've been using. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard, especially when you're a 500 plus pound squatter, like raw squatter. The numbers just get crazy to the point of where, like I said, I threw up last week in the middle of it. But this was easier, running only 47% of my max plus 33% band tension. Easy. Still challenging, but easier. And notice I'm not struggling with the unracks the same. Step it back, able to just sit back, explode. And again, all my posterior chain's getting stronger. I feel like it's really helping me drive out of these squats. And we'll see how it goes. And I feel like the sled work's helping too. The sled work, my quads are definitely getting better at. Like, I'm getting better at being able to pull my sled a longer distance before I have to stop and breathe. And no, for those asking, I'm not filming the quad work. Number one, my sled work is done outside of my home. I don't want anything filmed outside of my weight room. Right? I don't put anything of me outside of my weight room on the internet anymore. It's just not going to happen, at least not in a public venue. Few little tiny tidbits go up in other places that are more private. And I'm leaving my camera in a vulnerable position. It's like me out 100 plus yards from my camera dragging a sled, having to drag a camera out and leave it standing up in the middle of Houston. Sorry, it's not worth it to me. I'm not going to make any real money off of it. So why should I risk a camera and a tripod and hassle? There's no benefit. I film more training, literally, than any other person in the history of the internet in the lifting world. Nobody is even close. I have no rivals in this regard. I am the absolute king. Nobody is at my level of doing that, of filming all their training. Nobody. So we don't get to see a little bit of the conditioning work. Deal with it. Boo-hoo-hoo. Now, over to the point. Speed work went well. I get a little grumpy on my speed days, by the way. You guys will notice that. It's because this stuff is tiring. This is my hardest training of the week. Like, maxes are not hard. You know, people are like, oh man, that deadlift max the other day. That good morning max. Yeah, that's not that difficult, guys. This is hard. Speed work is way harder than maxing out. And then we got to do volume stuff behind it. And I might do my plyos later. I'll probably do some plyos tomorrow, the weekend. I didn't film those today because I didn't need them. I got good quality speed work in here. Again, got the desired response. Then we did the sumos. This is the percentages are a little different. It's a little lighter on the bar because I suck out of the bottom on sumos. And so if I can't explode, it's not good for speed work. And so I'm running more band tension. And a few of these are slower than those, a little grindy near the top on some. I'm not great at sumo, and I don't do it often, so I'm just working on it on speed work. You know, some people have asked, why aren't you doing sumo? Not particularly good at it, and so if I'm going to work at it, I'm going to do it in a way that's going to build something, and that's going to be the speed work. Like, there's no point in me maxing on it. You already know I'm not good at it right now compared to my conventional. So we'll do it for speed work in a modality where we'll get an actual training benefit. I'm just doing conventional variations for my maxes, and they're good, they're fine. I don't mind picking the one on that one lift where I'm stronger at, because I rotate lower body lifts. I have 3 different things: squats, deadlifts, and good mornings. Whereas in benching is a little different because I'm just pressing. But the lower body one is fine because we have 2 totally different types of training lifts in between. So who cares? I'll pick the modality which I'm the strongest at, and that's conventional variations. So we still need to train this, though. We need to train it. We need to get some training response for it. And the speed work's a good way to do that, because the 6 singles is actually a little bit of volume. Not a lot, it's a little bit. And that's appropriate. That is how, when we're running heavy bands, that is how you do speed work on deadlifts. We don't do a lot of sets. We're not supposed to, at least. And it's certainly not hurting my deadlifting. I just hit a deficit deadlift PR last time, 625 off of a deficit. And again, my pulling was not the weak link. My grip was the weak link. That's why we're doing more axle bar work. We're going to get that grip up. Right? If my grip gets stronger, a 700 deadlift isn't out of reach. 650 is a goal for the year, but it's like, I feel like I just need more grip, and 650's in the bag. I feel like I'm already strong enough to do that. I just need to get my grip a little more squared away. Okay? Easy enough, just do more grip training. And again, it's only because I had backed off on it for just a little while to do other stuff, and I can't afford that back down. All right, we just come to accept that all my rowing and stuff for my upper back just needs to all be axle bar work. It's not like my lats and stuff are lagging. You guys see me there. All right, back isn't lagging. It's not my quads aren't lagging. People want to talk about, oh, your speed squats and your sled drags aren't enough. Really? Look at my quad, even from the back, look at my quads and tell me that it's not enough. I already have 600-pound squatter quads. And they're still going to keep growing, so, you know, not worried about it. Good mornings, these were hard after doing that. Now, I got the same weight I did last time for 2 sets of 10. The 3rd set, I just had to stop at like rep 6 or 7. I lost count. I was just like getting lightheaded. And it wasn't even just muscle fatigue. It was just straight up feeling like I'm going to pass out. Like, I thought I was going to black out. You know, it is what it is. Good thing I'm doing that conditioning work. Did that conditioning. Now, I don't feel that it was cardiovascular, though. It was a case of my muscles and my whole spine and everything. Just like, okay, this is enough, brother. And we're not even playing anymore. Because this is 365 for sets of 10 after doing speed work. Like, I didn't think 3 months ago my good morning strength, when I'm going to push it, that it would be where it is now. Like, even though I wanted to push it up and really hammer it, I didn't think I'd be hitting good morning numbers like this. I didn't think I'd be past the 500 for a max like I am. Okay, but I am. Goes to show what happens when you really push a lift like this. This is why I've kind of said Wendler's wrong. Wendler's wrong. And let's be honest, Wendler was never a great deadlifter. You know, then he wrote articles like, oh, don't go past 225 per 10 on the good morning. It's like, guys who are stronger than you, good morning more than that and aren't hurt. So it's not really intended to be an insult to the guy. It's just looking at it and saying, hey, you know, his deadlift for his weight is really not particularly good. Like, I feel like even in my 40s, I'm going to end up having a much better deadlift folks. Possibly even as good of a raw deadlift as he ever hit in a suit. A couple weight classes lighter. So it kind of comes down to the point of being objective with that, and then looking at the guys who are better deadlifters, even from West Side, and looking at what they're doing. I'm just going to say he's wrong. Maybe had he done more reverse hypers and stuff, he wouldn't have had the back pulls and problems that he had. Okay, I don't know. But I sure see a lot of guys who are very successful going heavier. And I don't seem to be having pulls or injuries or problems. We've got to keep it all in check. We've got to be careful with it. But I didn't think that I'd be able to push it up to where it is. I didn't think I would. I mean, 365 for sets of 10. Only been able to do 2 sets of 10 so far with that, but still. I mean, I'm happy with that. Now, we're going to get it better. But I feel like from here, man, that's going to be a tough climb, you know? You're talking about what, 405 or something for sets of 10? I mean, 405. And I compare that to, you know, pulls and things that we're talking about a 600 deadlift. I mean, a 600 good morning max. Start doing 405 for 10. Then I decided just to do some grip work. And today, like I said the other day, I've only been doing the inverted rows with the Axel bar for grip. And do I necessarily need them on my lower days just for grip? No, I can do Axel bar with a double overhand deadlift. Now, some people are going to laugh at this weight. Yes, I'm struggling to lock the last rep for sure because it's the bar is rolling. I'm trying to keep it from falling. Anyone who laughs at that little lightweight, like, dude, that's a pair of 55s on each side. This is double overhand with the Axel. My grip strength is past 600 pounds on a deadlift. That's how hard this is. This is grip training. Like, this is serious ass grip training. Just try it, man. Try it, guys. It's legit. I haven't tried it, by the way. This is my first time trying it, so I'm like, let me just do it on camera. Let's see how many sorts of reps. I could only get triples with that weight. That's what I went up to. I put one on each side and did a couple of reps. Said, okay, this isn't bad. I bet you I can do two of these aside. I got 3, and then the last couple sets, they were hard too. Getting 3 by 3, it was challenging. Some nice extra grip work though, because I get pulled against those heavy bands at the top on the sumos, and we get this in. Yeah, I can't. If you guys see me look at, I can't. I feel like if I lock it, it's just going to roll out of my hands. Oh, check your ego right there, brothers. That will check your ego real fast. It did mine. I mean, let's put in perspective what you guys have seen me deadlift. Then we did our 5 by 10 reverse hypers, and I calculated these. I'm calculating these now based upon my 600 squat because I think I've got a 600. Maybe I'm delusional. You know, we're going to find out when I hit my next box squat coming up next week. Well, let's see where my box squats are with no chains, like straight up, straight weight, whatever bar I happen to pick. You know what? I'm going to go for 6. I mean, we'll get what we get. It might be 560. It might be 615. I don't know. I'm going to get what I get. But I know it's going to be a big PR. I already know based upon my other squat work. My supplemental lifts, like that PR is there. I'm hungry for it. And it's like I'm not even freaking out about it like stress. I'm just looking at it already going. Yeah, I know I am getting a big PR on the squat next week. It's scheduled to be a squat week, and I've already decided I'm going to do straight weight with no chains or bands because I already know I've got a PR in the tank. Like I know it's there. Like there is zero doubt. Like I don't even think I'll have to psych up. I think I'll be able to just walk in calm and chill with 2 cups of coffee and do it. And I do mean that literally. I mean no other stems, no oral stuff being taken. Just straight up. Just come in and just do it. Right? I already know it's there. I've looked at the math. Like, and it's not even just going to be a little bitty PR. It's not going to be a little PR. It's going to be like a 30 to 70 pound PR. Somewhere in that range based on all my math. So, All there is to do is just come in and do it. That's all there is to it. Come in and do it. And then after this set, you guys will see me doing a set of my Axel bar curls. I've said I do these a little bit, and I'm going to do more sets today, but I just put the first set on camera just to give us some extra footage and a talking point. Why do we need a talking point? Well, the Axel bar, what am I doing? I'm trying to build tendons. Tendons in my biceps. Obviously, my bicep training, I don't care. I have horrible bicep genetics. They struggle to respond to anything. Let's just do the really high rep stuff that doesn't beat me up. We'll build the tendons. All this really high rep stuff will build tendons. It'll help prevent bicep tears on the deadlift. And yes, there you guys go. I still have body fat. No belt on there. You can see the love handle and the loose skin. But notice I'm getting leaner through the ab area. And I'm getting leaner everywhere. It just takes time. Takes time. Those curious, I weigh 223 right now. Is what it is. Like I said, I'll keep working down to 215. We'll get there. And we'll see, kind of assess. Decide if I'm going to go leaner. If I'm going to stay there and recomp at that point. Whatever. I don't know. But this builds tendons. Helps build the tendons of the forearm because of the Axel bar. Builds the tendons of the bicep. Why? Builds everything. Injury resistance. It's the name of the game. If we're going to train biceps, let's go ahead and just do something that's going to help us with something else besides a silly show muscle. Alright guys, well that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.